In this video, we're going to take a look at how to solve this quadratic, but we're going to do it in multiple ways to show that all these methods do work. And then you get to decide which one you think is best in your preference. Okay, let's start with the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is the one that works always the best because it works for every single problem. Here, we need to make sure all the x squareds and x and everything's on the same side. And in this case, we do. We have everything all on the same side. So now what we can do is we can say, what is our a, our b, and our c? We're going to label this a, b, and c. A is always in front of x squared. B is always in front of the x. And c is the number by itself. So there's my legend. Now that I have my legend ready, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say, okay, let's use the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x equals negative b, always negative b, plus or minus b squared minus 4 times a times c. Take the square root of all of that and divide the entire thing by 2 times my a. Okay. Now, as we work this problem out, we're going to substitute our values into these problems. Here, we put our 12 into our b, so we're going to go negative parentheses 12, just to show you. You don't need the parentheses, but I'll put it there. Plus or minus b, so parentheses b squared minus 4 parentheses a parentheses 9 for our c, square root of all that, and divide everything by 2 times my a, which is 4. Here, this is going to be negative 12 plus or minus. 12 squared is 144. And then over here we have 4 times 4 times 9. So this is going to be 16 times 9, which is 144, but it's a negative 144. All of it divided by 8, because 2 times 4 is 8. Now we work on the inside. Negative 12 plus or minus the square root of 0. Well, when you look at the discriminant, remember, if the discriminant equals 0, that means there's only one solution. And that makes sense, because the square root of 0 is 0. So we really have negative 12 over 8. We don't need the plus or minus anymore, because there's nothing that's left over. It's just plus 0. And then we can reduce this. Divide this by, let's say, 4. On top and bottom, you get negative 3 over 2. So x equals negative 3 over 2. There's my solution, my real answer to this quadratic. Now let's try this problem in a different method. So let's say we did the following. 4x squared plus 12x plus 9 equals 0. I'm going to do this one with factoring. Okay. Factoring does not always work, but we know it will because the quadratic gave us a perfect answer. So factoring is not the best method, but it is a more common method for easier problems. We know this one works. Now this is why I say use the quadratic, because the quadratic works for every problem. Factoring works for some of them, so again, let's try it with factoring. We multiply the front and the back. 4 times 9 is 36. The middle goes to the bottom. I look at 36 and I look at my values. 1 and 36, 2 and 18, 3 and 12, 4 and 9. I know that my sign in the middle is a positive, and I know I need to get a positive 36, so it's going to be plus and plus. And how do I add two numbers to make 12? That combination would be let's see, the 36, 4, is, let's see if there's more. 5 times, nope, 6 times 6. There you go. 6 times 6 is the last combination I forgot. This combination will add to make 12. 6 times 6 is 36. 6 plus 6 is 12. So now I can go back here and say, oh, we have 4x squared plus 6x plus 6x plus 9. Remember, when we're factoring, and if there's a number in front, we're going to be grouping it. So I'm just splitting these up into this new problem. Here I can look at this sector and then this sector and group them together. From the 4x squared plus 6x, I can see I can take out a 2x. If I divide this by 2x, I have a 2x plus, divide this by 2x, I get 3. Now right here between the 6 and the 9, I see I can take out a 3. And if I take out a 3, 6 divided by 3 is 2x. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Now these are going to be the same, so I combine the outside pieces. 2x plus 3, that's one parenthesis. And then this one right here would be 2x plus 3 again, equals 0. Well, look, these are exactly the same, so I just need to solve one of them. 2x plus 3 equals 0. Move that over, 2x equals negative 3, so x is negative 3 over 2. And there's my answer. I don't need to solve this one because it's the exact same thing since they're identical. Now, that's using factoring. What if I were to solve this problem using a perfect square? What if I were to say, hey, let's solve this by completing the square? Well, the first thing you should realize is you look at this and go, I think I can take the square root of this one. Square root of 4 is 2x. The square root of 9 is 3, but the sign in the middle is a plus, so plus 3. If I did this and made it a perfect square, does it equal what's above? Well, let's test that. 2x times 2x, 4x. 3 times 3, 9. 2 times 3 is 6, but double it, it's 12. So we have a perfect square right here. We make that equal to 0. Remember, 2x plus 3 squared just means write it twice, and we did that earlier. You only need to solve one of them, and you get your answer. So there's how you do that problem. This is the solution guide for the homework I gave you. Hopefully you'll take a look at this video. I didn't tell you there'll be a video, but if you watch this video, the solution is worked out for you.